State. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, respected faculty members, and dear delegates, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the opening ceremony of the 10th edition of the ACSEC College Science and Engineering Concert, ACSEC-X. This year, ACSEC presents an exciting lineup of 15 categories that span the fields of science, engineering, crime, computer science, and much more. Delegates from all over Pakistan, from Peshawar to Rahim Khan, have gathered, bringing together some of the brightest young minds from across the country. In addition to a range of categories, varied from general sciences to forensics and astronomy, ACSEC-X is also hosting the selection test for the Pakistan National Camp for the International Olympiad of Artificial Intelligence. This provides an incredible opportunity for Pakistan's top AI enthusiasts to showcase their skills and compete for a place on the global stage. As always, ACSEC continues to serve as a platform for innovation, collaboration, and academic excellence, inspiring participants to push the boundaries of their knowledge and creativity. This year's event promises to be a memorable experience filled with intense competition and exciting opportunities for all involved. To commence our program, I invite Sam Rao for the presentation and translation of the Holy Quran.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس صدق الله العظيم. In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful. Say, I seek refuge in the Lord of mankind, the Spirit of mankind, the God of mankind, from the evil of the retreating whisperer, the visitors into the breast of mankind, from among the jinn and mankind.
Now, I kindly request everyone to stand up for the national anthem.
First of all, please introduce yourself. What's your name? Which school are you from?
My name is Mohammad Abdul Rahman. I'm from Kingsbury campus, Gujranwala, Richmond.
My name is Narwan Ali. I'm from the same school.
I'm Anand Bakri and I'm from Adjust Paragon. I'm Amina Umar. I'm also from Adjust Paragon.
My name is Mohammed Ahmed. I'm from Classical School System Staff.
My name is Mohammed Ilyas and I'm from the same institution.
The first question I'd like to ask you is what motivated you to come to ACSEC? What inspired you?
Physical and extracurricular portfolio.
Extracurricular.
Yeah, it's the same.
It's a great building established in 1886 and there's a lot of grounds.
We love science. We love science here.
My teacher recommended me to it will promote my portfolio and it will help me get into universities. So I think that was enough to motivate me.
We need experience. Yeah.
And do you think ACSEC is capable of giving you this experience?
Yeah, it's a lovely experience.
What do you expect from ACSEC?
It's gonna be, yeah, we had enough.
Certificate, undergrad certificate from the school.
Yeah, same certificate.
Have you been to ACSEC before?
I've never management master.
You were in management?
I was in HFI.
Excellent college. Have I been to no, this is my first ever competition. I'm joining. So yeah, I hope it goes great.
What are your expectations?
Just a fair learning with the
कोई normally नहीं होता one final question. What do you think you can learn from this event? What do you want to learn from this?
Yes.
Do you have a message you'd like to give for your fellow delegates?
Best of luck. Yeah, best of luck.
I'm a safe future education should come here because it's going to be a great experience.
Thank you so much. I hope you have a very good event and
At this time, it is my distinct privilege to invite our esteemed principal, Dr. Syed Mohammad Rao Hussain, to share a few words with us. Your guidance and support are crucial to our efforts, and we are eager to hear your thoughtful reflections.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to welcome you all to ACSEC College and to the 10th edition of the ACSEC College Science and Engineering Concept. So I have been told that there are 50 plus schools from all over the country, and mashallah we have 1,200 bright young scientists who are here. So very welcome to ACSEC College. I hope the next 3 days are full of creativity, curiosity and fun. So it gives me great pleasure to welcome and introduce our guest speaker, Professor Walter Schwartzacker, the Dean of the Syed Babur School of Science and Engineering at the Lahore University of Management Sciences, LUMS. Professor Schwartzacker is a distinguished physicist whose academic journey spans decades of research, teaching and leadership. Before joining LUMS, he served as Professor of Physics at the University of Bristol. His research portfolio spans electrochemistry, nanoscale physics, material physics, and ice nucleation. Notably, he chaired the Electrodeposition Division of the Electrochemical Society from 2005 to 2007. With over 30 mentored PhD students, he is a strong advocate for interdisciplinary research, reflected in his thrice-awarded School of Physics Teaching Award. Professor Schwartzacker's commitment to fostering international research and learning networks is evident in his extensive experience across multiple continents. He designed and developed an international mentoring program at Bristol, earning him the University Education Award. His vision of education emphasizes creativity, integrity and purpose, values that resonate strongly with the spirit of ACSEC College Science and Engineering Concept. Very welcome, sir. Happy to have you here at ACSEC College.
Assalamu alaikum और बहुत शुक्रिया इस आज इस बहुत prestigious event में मैं कुछ नहीं बोलूँगा, मैं सिर्फ अंग्रेजी बोलूँगा। ठीक है, पहली बात बहुत ज़रूरी है कि आप नहीं देते हैं। First of all, the trivial thing. Do not be afraid because I'm not going to speak for a long time. I will speak only very, very briefly. Secondly, do not be afraid of STEM. I doubt if any of you are, but really you are here at this Chisholm College Science and Engineering Concept 10th event. You are here to enjoy yourselves. Yes, to learn as well and to compete, but primarily to enjoy yourself. मेरा नाम प्रोफेसर वॉल्टर श्वार्ट्ज़र है। This name is Austrian. मेरा वालिद Austria से आया। My mother is English, and I was born in Ireland. मतलब है, if people ask me where did you come from, I have to think a little bit, and I just say Europe. So I spent 33 years teaching physics as a professor at the University of Bristol. 33 years is probably longer than some of your teachers have been alive. So why am I telling you this? Because you may be surprised that somebody who studied physics and then spent their life as a physicist, my main message to you is that studying STEM is not mainly about becoming a scientist. Don't get me wrong, being a scientist is great. I've really enjoyed my life as a professor of physics. It's given me the opportunity to travel to really exciting and interesting places, Siberia, South America, and of course Lahore. But beyond that, it gives you the kick of discovery. Actually seeing new things happen and thinking nobody's ever seen exactly that same thing before is incredibly rewarding. But in spite of that, that is not the only reason to study a certain subject. If you study science, whether it is life sciences, chemistry, maths, physics, you are not by any means restricted to becoming a scientist, a teacher, a professor. One example I always like to give. When I was visiting schools and education fairs as a physics professor, I went with representatives of other subjects. We had a competition, so each tried to say why their subject was important. Those from molecular biology would say, if you study molecular biology, you will develop the cures that could save mankind. I would say if you become a physicist, you will probably be the person who destroys mankind. So, what do you think I mean by that? Do you think I mean nuclear weapons, nuclear fusion, things like that? No, I don't. An example of that came back, now it's nearly 20 years ago. A lot of the problems we face in the world now date back to the financial crisis of 2008. And you can look at what the causes of that financial crisis were. But one of the main causes was the collapse of a company called Long-Term Capital Management. And why did it collapse? Because it followed the advice of physicists. Why is that relevant to what I'm saying now? Because it demonstrates that physicists don't have to go into physics. What happened was that a lot of physicists went into financial modeling, and they developed financial models which were absolutely correct, providing that the assumptions were valid. And because the assumptions were not always valid, they caused an economic crisis. So my message to you is study science, study engineering, study medicine, but study it because you're interested in it, not because it might give you a good job. You will have the opportunity to spend several years at university just enjoying yourselves. At the end of that, you will be a much more mature and capable human being, and you can find employment in many areas. So remember, I mean, I don't say this, by the way, to people when I'm applying for research funding. When I apply for research funding, I say I do science because it will solve mankind's problems. But the personal reason for doing science is because it is beautiful and because it is enjoyable. So my message to you is enjoy the next few days, and if possible, keep enjoying science the rest of your lives. Thank you.
Now I will invite the Honorable Principal to present the token of appreciation to the Chief Guest. Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words and steadfast guidance. Your remarkable contributions to the sciences will continue to inspire generations to come. This year, our 15 categories are managed by a highly competent and dedicated secretariat. For the first compulsory category, Robinson Challenge, we have Amar Nazir, Ayan Zaidi, Ryan Hanif, and Ali Akbar. For our second compulsory category, Major Dangman's Research Prize, we have Mohammad Hassan Farooq, Ayan Umar, Salar Saad Khan, and Ayan Rahman. For our third and final compulsory category, Fibonacci's Trials, we have Mirza Mahmood, Ayan Majaz, Musa Zia, and Hamza Zulfikar. Moving on to our optional categories, for Icarus, we have Ayan Munim, Sar Masood, Chaudhry Zian Ahmed, Ali Sami, and Traub Ali Khan. For Genetic Enigma, we have Abdullah Farooq, Shavez Chima, Sayyid Raza Shah, Hamdan Israr, and Temur Shiraz. For Axel Override, we have Ayat Tariq, Ali Saif, and Zain Harun. For Captain Quasar, we have Taha Salman, myself, Aaron Mason, Mohammad Wahab Ismail, and Abdullah Shahid. For Backup Loss, we have Isa Malik, Musa Faisal, Allianz Shahid, and Abdul Hussain. For Mystery of Bible Avenue, we have Talal Shah, Sadan Mirza, Mustafa Ghazi, Mikhail Zanoze, and Ahmad Yas. For Race, we have Qasim Abbas, Mustafa Afnan, and Sajid Bira. For Daring Zir, we have Shahid Nam, Chaudhry Ayan Hussain, Musa Yasir, and Shiraz Ali. For Wolf of Next Street, we have Mohsin Jalib Ali, Mia Muhammad Saad, and Ziyan Hussain. For Adler's Abyss, we have Ayan Arif, Mohammad Hamid, and 5 members of Hall. For Heisenberg's Dune, we have Muhammad Ali Musa Khan and Hamza Mudabbar. And finally, for Picasso's Pixel, we have Willie Ahmed Yusuf, Musa Ahmed Tahir, Riyad Salman, and Ashar Yunus. Before putting an end to the ceremony, we must remind everyone to abide by the rules and regulations that are mentioned. Keep your cards on you at all times, and they should be visible. In case of any ambiguity, contact the Executive Council or the heads of the core team. That is all for the opening. Wishing you all the best of luck for today. Please remain seated as the Chief Guest exits.